Welcome to Ill-Equipped History, where two best friends try their best to tell you events from history and recording intros.
Y'all, this is take 2.
We're doing our best here.
Yeah. All because that guy stood up my husband. I didn't sell him a laptop. Because I'm getting a new laptop for Christmas, guys.
Because our current one's janky.
It has literally no memory. I've deleted everything I possibly can from this laptop. And it's not working. So I'm currently using my work laptop to record while Zooming on my regular laptop. I look high tech. It's so low tech, I'm needing multiple computers to do the job of one computer. This is where we're at right now. Struggle bussin'.
You know, we're hanging in there. I'm Morgan, and Emily is on the struggle bus. I'm on the struggle bus, too. You know, we're just...
Yeah.
Who's driving this thing?
Apparently me, because it's wrecking. It's crashing. But hey, that's okay. I got my floors done.
Yay.
So woot woot on that. You're on the mend, because you were sick again.
Yes, I'm still sick, but hopefully getting better.
I don't know how, like, you got sick leaving my house, but we never got sick. So I don't know what happened. What gas station did you pick this up from?
I think, and this is historically what has happened, whenever I'm on a break from work, my body gives up and I get sick. It happens every time I have longer than 3 days off of work.
Yeah.
Am I stressed? I don't know if I'm stressed or not. Am I stressed?
Yeah. I think that you crashed. I think, yeah, you should nap more.
If only it was so simple.
If only. I wish. I'm trying, bitch. Oh my God.
Stop giving me such suggestions. I'm just kidding. I love suggestions. Please help. Help me.
Please help. SOS. You could do what I do when I get sick. Because I don't have time. Mm-hmm. I ignore it until it goes away. And I might act a little delirious. And I might be a little hateful for a time. But I just pretend it's not there. I ripped my carpet out when I got COVID.
You did.
So, you know, I'm not one for sitting.
You are not.
It's fine. Everything's fine. I haven't died yet.
You're still going strong.
I'm still kicking
You're limping along.
I squatted down to get some trash bags under the kitchen sink today, and the ungodly noises that came out of my mouth just squatting down, because I finished the floors last night at like 10 o'clock. I started at like 10 a.m. Oh, so that was 12 hours of laying floors, borderline by myself, because Nick was at work, so he can't lay floors up, while at work. Right. And he did help when he got home, but it was 90% of the time by myself. My knees are not okay. My back is not okay. My neck, I popped my neck while on the phone with a client, and I'm pretty sure they could have heard it. The noises. I'm like a 90-year-old man getting under this. Think of like your southern grandpa getting under a tractor. Those are the noises that came out of me. It was not good.
That's how I was walking a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if I told this story on the pod. I think I told you, Emily. I fell at work.
Yes.
I
shouldn't laugh. I'm so sorry.
It was so stupid. It was like 4 steps, and my legs just stopped working. And I went knees first down the stairs while like holding my work laptop in front of a colleague and a parent. And they had to like help me up because I couldn't grab onto anything, because where the railing was on the side where I was holding my laptop, and my body just stopped working, and my shins and my knees hurt so bad for the next few days. I was just hobbling around my house.
I shouldn't laugh, but like there is nothing worse than falling as an adult. Like when you fall as a kid, it's like fine, but when you're an adult, you're like, I should be past this. I should be so far past this.
Why is falling so bad when you're an adult? Like,
I was in college once and I tripped going up concrete stairs. They were outside and I tripped because I had a sinus infection and my like equilibrium was off. I fell on my knees, got up, and then apologized to everyone around me, and then just like scurried away.
God, I've fallen so much. The most iconic that people still remind me of is when I fell face first into my own car, leaving a friend's house. And I literally, I'm pretty sure I've told this story, but I fell with force. Like, I can't believe, one, I didn't kill myself, and two, I didn't dent my own car.
I'm so impressed you didn't dent the car.
Because, I mean, like, it was with falling, forward momentum with added weight, because I was holding, like, very heavy suitcases while I was falling, and that's why I didn't catch myself, because I was holding two very expensive, they weren't actual suitcases, they had, IQ tests in them that are thousands of dollars, and I, like, couldn't let go, because I had to protect, and my whole instinct was like, no, don't break it, and I fell face first into my car, and the first person I called was my mom, and I was laughing so hard I couldn't see to drive. Well, the first person I tried to call was my friend, but she had, like, put her phone away because they started eating dinner, and she was like, I'm done with people. So then after that, I called Emily.
You were crying!
I've never cried so hard in my life, and it was all laughter. I laughed all the way from, like, my friend's house to the gas station and then home.
I do remember that call. Because I was like, I almost couldn't get the story out of you because you were sobbing.
My mom thought I was in an accident. Like, I called her and I was like, oh, no. She was like, oh my God, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, fine. Oh. Like, it took several tries for me to be able to start speaking in actual words.
Oh my God. I think the worst fall I've ever witnessed was when Lou and I were going to Florida, just the two of us on a little girls trip, and we woke up at like 3 a.m. because that's when I like to drive. And we were
story.
We were going down the stairs to my parents' house because we were in college at the time, so this was a long time ago. At my parents' stairs has a turn at the end, so it's got those triangle-shaped stairs. Well, in her delirium, I'm telling her to be quiet because she walks like a horse going down the stairs when she's half asleep and uncaffeinated. Well, she hit the triangle stair and just completely misses it. Just walks right over it and starts falling. And instead of catching herself, at least trying, her arms didn't go out to catch out. She didn't grab the railing that she was already holding, mind you. She let go of the railing, put her arms to her sides, and fell like a fallen tree. Just down 3 stairs, hit the hardwood on the bottom, and laid there. She was not unconscious. She just had accepted her fate and just fell like a tree. And I stepped over her lifeless body and was like, would you shut the fuck up? You are being so loud right now. and then I made coffee. She wordlessly got up, got a cup of coffee, and got in the car. And we didn't talk about it till we got to Atlanta. And she said, did I fall? And I went, I'm so sorry. That's a 3-hour drive, guys, of us in silence. Just
Her brain was still sleeping until y'all got to Atlanta.
Neither of us were awake. Neither of us. Oh my God. I was like, you were so loud right now. Oh my God.
Shut up.
Dead on the floor. floor.
Oh, man.
Oh,
I
my
love
God.
that story. I've heard
I
it so
do.
many times over the years, and I laugh just as hard every single time I hear that story.
I'll never get over, like, even with your story, every time I picture you, because you said your knees buckled, and you just hit
And
with
bent
your
backwards
face.
like a C.
Like, every time I visualize both of those incidents, I will start crying. Falling as an adult shouldn't be this funny and shouldn't hurt so bad.
It's so bad. I hate falling. You know what? I'm going to use this to segue into a tale about two men who did not fall.
Okay.
They could have fallen, and it could have been very bad, and they did not fall.
Let's go for not falling. This is a perfect intro. Oh my God.
That's my segue into our story for today, because we're over 10 minutes in.
I don't even know what we're talking about, but it seems perfect.
So actually, my actual segue for you, Emily, is, it's New Year's Day today when this episode's coming out.
Woo, Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year.
2026.
Woo, 2026. Fingers crossed, everyone.
Yeah.
What is the most outrageous resolution that you could think of?
Personally, like, what would I pick for myself that I think is attainable but also crazy?
No, like, if someone was like, this is going to be my resolution for the year, what is the most ridiculous, crazy, outrageous thing that they could say to you?
Oh, God. I don't know. I'm going to go join the circus to ride elephants while doing handstands.
That, you know what? That's a pretty crazy, wacky, ridiculous. Not what I was thinking, but you know what? That would be a very crazy resolution.
And oddly specific. I don't know why I got that.
Very specific. You know what? That would be a very odd resolution.
Okay.
So our topic for today, I think, has been many, many people's New Year resolution.
Okay.
And we're going to talk about two men who did it successfully for the first time.
Okay.
So let's get into our skit to introduce our story for today.
Let's do it.
May 29th, 1953. A group of mountain climbers is hunkering down above 19,000 feet on the highest mountain in the world. They are anxiously awaiting the return of two of their team members. Two other climbers are dealing with the emotional blow from the day before.
Hey, Tom. I know yesterday was the hardest thing we've done, and I'm sorry we couldn't make it.
I know. It's not your fault. If we had kept going, we would have died. But, we were so close. Just 100 yards away from the top, I could see it.
I know. But if either of us got hypoxia, we would have been lost forever.
Right.
The group waits for agonizing hours for the two other members to return. They have no idea if their teammates are alive or dead somewhere in the ice and snow. At about 5 p.m., George Lowe, another climber, is outside moving materials. In the distance, he sees two figures approaching the camp. With elation, he realizes the men are his teammates, Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay. As they come closer, Edmund flashes a gigantic smile.
Well, George, we've knocked the bastard off. Please not off the side of the mountain, right?
No, not off the side of the mountain.
Okay, thank God.
But those were Edmund Hillary's actual first words to his camp when they came back from the peak of Mount Everest.
What? This is so cool.
So today's episode is about Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay and their lives and their ascent to Mount Everest, the first two people to successfully climb the peak of the tallest mountain in the world.
That's crazy. Okay, let's get into it.
Oh, I've been so excited. I've literally had this episode researched for like a month. And just circumstances have like happened, and it was originally going to be when the the robbery episode came out, but then we were talking about Christmas episodes. I was like, well, I've been sitting on this one for a long time. And so then I researched the bank robbery episode and then pushed this one back. So this one's been researched since like the beginning of December.
Well, it seems it works out really well, though.
That's what I was thinking.
Out. Yeah.
It did work out. Like, this is a great New Year's Day because a lot of people have climbing Mount Everest as their New Year's resolution for the year because it is the ultimate feat.
Yes. Guys, you don't need to, though.
No,
it's fine.
No. Yeah.
Don't. Listen.
We'll talk about it.
Oh, there's too many people. Oh, God, it stresses me out. But I'm very excited about this because this is uncharted territory. No one had done it before. Oh, my God.
Yes. So we're going to talk a little bit about Everest first because y'all need to know about if you don't know. Listen. I have gone down several Mount Everest rabbit holes in my life. Like every now and then I just get like hyper fixated on it for like a week and it fills my thoughts. It's Mount Everest is my Roman Empire. It really is. I read books about it. I watch movies about it. Like if I see something about it, I'm like, I need to know everything about everything right now. So here we are.
You know what? And this is another one of those space things because I can appreciate it. I think it's awesome. Scary. Scares me. I don't want to know anything about it though. Don't tell me.
I will never ever go to Mount Everest, but I got into I don't even remember what started it, but I got into a very morbid rabbit hole earlier in the year, like around August or something, about the people who have died up there. Like I for like 4 hours I was just like absorbing content and news articles and stuff about it. Like it was like a train wreck. I couldn't look away. Anyway, my first section is called Because It Is There.
Okay.
Some facts about Everest. The mountain is called several different names. In Nepal, it's called Sagarmatha or Sagarmata. In Tibet and the Sherpas that live around the island, they call it Chomolungma, which means goddess mother of the world or mother goddess of the earth. Mm-hmm. And in 1856, it was named after surveyor George Everest. So that's its like English name.
Okay.
Before 1802, Mount Everest was just known as Peak 15. But that year, the great trigonometrical survey of India identified the mountain as the highest peak in the world. And at the time, it was considered unclimbable because of its height, which is 29,035 feet or almost 5.5 miles.
Jesus.
Yes, it's very high. And another kind of important bit of context to why people weren't really climbing up Mount Everest. So Mount Everest is right on the border between Tibet, Nepal, and India. Mm-hmm. It's accessible through all three of those countries. But before 1921, Tibet was forbidden to outsiders. It was completely closed off. And that is one of the easier ways to climb Everest is through Tibet.
Gotcha. So the Tibet side of it was the more passable route, but you weren't allowed to go into Tibet. Got it.
Correct.
Okay.
So let's talk about some of the dangers of Everest because it's a very dangerous place to go. It's cold. It's very, very cold. There's many cliffs, ravines, and crevasses you can fall into. There's when you're at that high of altitude, the air is very, very thin and there's very little oxygen. Mm-hmm. And you are at a very high risk of hypoxia or a lack of oxygen to the brain. Like there's literally not enough oxygen that high up. You have to have an oxygen tank. And around 8,000 feet, you can start getting mountain sickness. Like that's where the altitude is so high that it starts to disorient you at 8,000 feet.
Wait.
That's like just a little over a mile.
Oh my God.
It's like a mile and a half.
That's a fifth of it.
Yeah.
A quarter of it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Symptoms can include headaches, brain fog, lack of sleep and appetite, and fatigue. More severe symptoms include dementia, difficulty walking, overall physical coordination, delusions, and coma.
This is giving Donner Party already. I hate it.
I know, I know.
Okay.
So to prevent mountain or altitude sickness, you have to take your time and acclimatize your body very, very slowly. Kind of like when you're going like deep into the ocean, you have to do it slowly. You have to do the same thing when you're going up. Like you got to do it little by little. And because of this, it can take weeks to climb Mount Everest because you have to do it so slowly. I think it's been a while since I've checked. I want to say I have a diagram of Everest. I do. It's not as detailed as some other ones I've seen, but there is a zone. It's about, I want to say it's about like 26,000 feet. Mm-hmm. It's called the Death Zone. And it was given its name in 1952 by Swiss doctor Eduard Wisdunat. And there was like a Swiss expedition that went up to try to mount Everest. I'll talk a little bit about it later. But it's in this zone where the low oxygen atmosphere literally causes cells to start dying. Not good for your health.
Did they go up too fast?
No, it's just because it's so high and there's so little oxygen that cells start to die. Like on your skin, like other places in your body. So you can't spend too long above 26,000 feet.
Got it.
But you've still got another 3,000 feet to go to get to the peak.
So you got to do the last part, like zoop zoop.
Basically, yeah. Most people who have died on Everest have died above 26,000 feet.
Ugh.
Other side effects of hypoxia that especially occurs at this height, this altitude, includes talking to people who aren't there, like full hallucinations, burrowing in the snow, or taking off your clothing, which is called paradoxical undressing.
Yeah.
And it's literally your brain starts to swell and you just become completely confused and your body systems are shutting down, essentially. This is a PSA. Don't climb Everest.
Listen, we're not, at no point are we saying to go there. For different reasons I'm sure we're going to get into at the very end of this. But this is the main reason.
Yes. And also, there's no food. You have to carry everything. All the food, all the supplies you're going to need for your time there, you have to bring with you. So there's an ethnic group of people called Sherpas, and they're hired to help carry supplies up the mountains. And this is how this culture earns their living. And these people are fucking pros at it. Like, I've seen videos and stuff of Sherpas they're carrying like, there was one video I saw where a Sherpa was like carrying a man who had like fallen unconscious and like was carrying dead weight on his back to get him down this mountain.
Applaud for him.
Yeah.
Saving this man's life more than likely.
For sure. Absolutely.
Whew.
Like, and from what I was researching, like the Sherpas, we'll talk more about the Sherpas at the end, but I think for the most part, they're very well compensated for their
work
and their
hazard
livelihood.
pay.
Yeah. They don't do it just because they like to, but this culture, it is an ethnic group because they have evolved, because they live there. They don't live like on the mountain, but they live in the highlands around it. And so they've evolved to be able to sustain the higher altitude and have the musculature to carry heavy loads at this high altitude.
I'm not built for that.
They are built different, literally.
They're built different. I'm built for foamed coffee creamer in the morning. And if I can't take it with me, I take the thing camping. If I can't take my coffee frother to my destination, I don't know if I want to go.
I'm literally wrapped in an electric blanket in my house because it's a little cold.
Yeah. This ain't us.
No.
You know what I could tackle? I could tackle a beach. Mm-hmm. I could tackle a sandcastle. I could tackle a pina colada with my toesies in the sand.
Emily and I have accidentally climbed a mountain one time.
It's my dog's fault.
It was fine.
It was fine. Was it, Did my husky mix drag me up that mountain? Yes. I was just surviving at that point. She was in her element. I don't know how she knew where she was going. We just got there. We'd never been there before.
I remember I was wearing your chacos because I didn't know we were going hiking. I thought we were going swimming. So I was wearing a bathing suit underneath my tank top and shorts. Yeah. And I had to borrow your chacos because I was wearing flip-flops.
I don't know where the disconnect was, but that was fun.
You told me we were swimming in a creek in the mountains, and then you show up in your damn hiking boots, and I was like, we're not swimming in a creek, huh? We're not swimming.
I don't know. I don't know what happened that day in my brain. I squirreled off. Spaghetti brain up here. Sorry.
Anyway, so let's talk about the first men to officially attempt to summit Mount Everest. George Mallory and Andrew Sandy Irvine. They attempted to climb Mount Everest in 1924, and George Mallory was asked, why do you want to do this? And he was famously quoted as saying, because it is there.
Okay.
So why not?
You know, I've never been that bored. Never.
It was 1924, so.
I think good on them. You know what? I'm going to be nice. Good on them.
Right. They were last seen 800 feet from the summit.
Wow.
And they were never seen alive again.
Oh, shit. These two guys right here?
George Mallory and Andrew Irvine. Yeah, the first picture.
Oh, no.
So this is kind of what, when I was talking about my fixation, came across this. I saw a documentary like last year where they actually found George Mallory's body was found in 1999.
I'm sorry, and when did he climb it, in the 20s?
1924.
Holy shit.
I did not post a picture for you to see, Emily, because he's perfectly preserved.
Yeah.
He's just unnatural, it's an unnatural white color. There's pictures of his back. So, but I didn't post it because I wasn't sure if you would care to see that. So, but he was found. Okay. And then the documentary I was watching was they were searching for additional evidence of this climb, and they found one of Irvine's shoes.
Oh.
With the foot still in it.
Are there animals on this mountain?
He was found pretty close to the bottom, so I think it may have been a bird, or it may have just been if he fell, or just decomp over the years. But they found this shoe, and it had Andrew Irvine written on it, and it was like his hiking boot.
Oh, see, another reason, don't. Mountain haunted now. Nah.
So over the next 30 years after the Mallory and Irvine expedition, 10 more expeditions would be launched to try to summit Everest, and 13 more people would die on the mountain.
So we had 10 expeditions, 13 people dying.
Mm-hmm.
That is 1 point something of people are dying per expedition.
And over the next 30 years, yeah. And I think a lot of these expeditions, they were also searching for Mallory and Irvine as well.
Wow. Until
we get to Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay, who successfully summited Mount Everest on May 29th, 1953 at 11:30 a.m.
Exactly 40 years before my birth. So they knew, they were like, we need to do it today because Emily is going to be born in the future. And
we have to do this for her.
We have to do it for her.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get into their lives a little bit. First up is Edmund Hillary. Okay. He was born on July 20th, 1919 in Auckland, New Zealand. He lived in Tuakau. I don't know if I said that right. I'm sorry. Which is rural land outside Auckland. His father had a beekeeping business.
Cool.
That was pretty successful. And when Edmund was a teenager, he dropped out of school to work full time for his father's beekeeping business. He was described as being shy, but with a very active imagination.
Okay.
In 1935, when he was about 14 years old, he went on a school trip to Mount Ruapehu. Mm-hmm. And they went hiking and stuff, and he fell in love with the mountains. He said, "This is where I'm meant to be." So he started climbing New Zealand's Southern Alps in high school. He just went on from there. A few years later, he would climb Mount Oliver, which is 7,500 feet. Unfortunately, his mountain climbing had to be interrupted because World War II broke out. And he actually he fought in World War II with the Royal New Zealand Air Force.
Okay, badass.
I know. He was a navigator, and he was wounded in battle. But after the war, he was discharged and recovered and resumed climbing with the ultimate goal to climb Everest.
Do you know what kind of wound he had?
No, I think it was like a gunshot wound to like the arm or his chest area, but he was okay.
Okay.
So that was Edmund and his early life. Now we're going to talk about Tenzing Norgay. He may have been born May 15th, 1914-ish.
Okay.
His parents were Tibetan. Their names were Gangla Mingma, his father, and Dokmo Kinzom, his mother. He was born while his mother was on a pilgrimage to Gangla in eastern Nepal. So she was literally on a pilgrimage when he was born. And they also don't use the Gregorian calendar. So this is an estimated birth date.
It's around about time. Good enough.
About-ish.
Yeah.
So when he was born, his name was Namgyal Wangdi. And we'll talk about his name change later. He was like pretty sure his birthday was May 14th, but after the Everest summit, he started celebrating his birthday on May 29th.
Okay. You know what? Good for him.
Yeah. And Tenzing, I'm just going to refer to him as Tenzing to avoid confusion. He had 12 other siblings as well.
Too many. That's stress for his mother. Whew.
He grew up in the village of Tem in Nepal, which is very high in the mountains. And he grew up tending to yaks in the village.
Okay.
He was given the name Tenzing Norgay by the head lama of the Rongbuk Monastery. The closest interpretation of Tenzing Norgay means wealthy, fortunate follower of religion.
Oh.
So it's a very auspicious, like deeply religious name that he was given.
Okay.
And this monastery was beneath Everest. Oh. So Tenzing spent his whole life looking up at Everest.
That would be quite imposing.
Right. And he eventually wrote a memoir. And in his memoir, he said, quote, "For in my heart I needed to go. The pull of Everest was stronger for me than any force on earth."
Wow.
It was there, and he needed to go up it. And Tenzing was about 6 when the Mallory expedition attempted to climb Everest.
Gotcha. Okay.
When he was young, he worked for a rich family. It's kind of hard to get a grasp on his early life, but I saw in a few sources that he was sold to a Sherpa family to work as a servant, which wasn't uncommon in that culture. And also there was some discrimination because they were in Nepal, but his family was Tibetan, and there was some about that. Mm-hmm. But he identifies as multicultural, and we'll talk about it later. So by the time Tenzing was 13, he had secretly gone to Kathmandu, which is the biggest city in Nepal, because he wanted adventure. He just wanted to experience the world, and he ran away and went to Kathmandu when he was 13 years old.
Damn. Okay.
And by the age of 18, he moved to Darjeeling in India against his parents' wishes. And he immediately was like, "I want to join a British expedition to Everest." He knows what he wants.
Yeah.
And like I said, at around this time, foreigners were not allowed in Nepal. So all treks to Everest had to start on the Indian side.
Okay.
Which is a little bit more difficult to get up. So I'm going to kind of go back and forth between Edmund and Tenzing because they each have different journeys leading up to their Everest expedition.
Okay.
So Edmund, he continued to climb the Southern Alps in New Zealand and then started climbing the actual Alps in Europe and other mountain ranges. And it was there that he met John Hunt on treks to the Scottish Highlands. And he and John Hunt would become friends, and John Hunt would be the captain of the Everest expedition that he went on.
Okay.
He also joined a British recon expedition to scout out the southern side of Everest with some other New Zealanders and was invited back to other expeditions. He really impressed Captain Hunt.
Okay.
And by the time that his Everest expedition was going to happen, he had already hiked the Himalayan mountains 3 times in 2 years. And because of this, he had become a contender as a potential summiter, someone to climb the summit. So he had years of mountain training. Tenzing, again, he felt that spiritual calling, but he didn't see it as conquering.
Okay.
Like more of like a Western perspective. He felt that he needed to make a pilgrimage to be as close to Buddha as possible.
Okay.
Which kind of makes sense with the name he was given. That very auspicious, deeply religious name. He was very, very devoutly Buddhist. So in 1935, he was hired to join Eric Shipton's 1935 Everest expedition. He was 19 and had just married Dawa Phuti, who's a Sherpa girl also living in Darjeeling. He had a few children with her. Apparently, his son, Nima Dorje, died when he was 4, and he had twin daughters named Pem Pem and Nima. And I couldn't figure out which of his daughters, but one of them had a son named Tashi Tenzing, who would also later climb Everest.
Oh, that's sweet.
I know, his grandson. So while Tenzing was on Shipton's 1935 expedition, he performed so well that he was recommended for an additional Everest expedition, or multiple Everest expeditions, until 1938.
Wow.
So he was going just up and down and up and down. It stopped because World War II broke out. And so he actually joined a guy named Earl Denman to sneak through Tibet to try to climb Everest on like a secret illegal expedition, which was unsuccessful.
It's worth a shot.
Worth a shot. Might as well. Like, the world has their own shit going on. No one's going to be paying attention to us sneaking through Tibet.
During a war.
Right. Unfortunately, his first wife died in 1944, and in 1945, he married his sister-in-law, Ong Lamu, who...
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Ong adopted their daughters.
Okay.
Tenzing's daughters, and at the time, in Sherpa customs, polygamy was allowed. So he also married a woman who was another Sherpa woman, and with her, he had 3 sons, Norbu, Jamling, and Dame, and 1 daughter, Deki. And I think one of their children also summited Everest, or at least climbed it. He didn't have any children with Ong, his second wife.
Huh.
Anyway, so Tenzing continued to climb mountains throughout World War II. He also climbed other mountains, Nanda Devi and Garhwal in India, Tirak Mir and Nanga Parbat in Pakistan, and Langtang in Nepal. So he's climbing all these mountains while the war is going on. He's just having the best time. In 1948, he joined Giuseppe Tucci on an archaeological expedition of Tibet. And after World War II, Nepal opened its borders. And at the same time, the northern route was closed due to China invading Tibet. So Tibet had opened at some point and then closed because of China invading Tibet, but Nepal opened.
Okay.
So I think it's Nepal that is the preferred route to go up to Everest. So during all of these different climbs and summits to Everest, Tenzing had been hired as a Sherpa. So again, he was in charge of handling supplies, handling rations, and hefting everything through the mountains. But in 1952, he was invited to join the Swiss expedition, not as a Sherpa, but as a climber.
Oh.
Right. And while on this expedition, he actually helped rescue Sardar Wangdi Norbu. And a Sardar is like the head Sherpa. And they have a lot of power, like, because they're kind of in charge. Like, they're the ones that are responsible for the safety of the entire expedition. And this helped earn him a lot of respect.
Yeah.
And the British were like, you know what? You did a great job on this Swiss expedition. You're going to be our new Sirdar on our following expeditions. So on that Swiss expedition, he joined Raymond Lambert, and him and Tenzing got up to 28,210 feet.
Oh, that's
They
close.
were within 1,000 feet of the peak.
Wow.
And that was almost, besides Hillary and Irving, that was the closest anyone had gotten since, I'm pretty sure.
So up until this point, how close were they getting? Like, these expeditions, do you know how close they were kind of getting?
Around the 1,000, 1,200 feet from the peak mark. But the thing is that the way that they were approaching, and I'll talk about it because I'm about to talk about the actual climb, but there was essentially a cliff face that people had to scale that was really, really hard to climb.
Right.
And I don't think anyone up to this point had made it up that cliff face.
Got it.
So at this point, Tenzing Norgay had been climbing Everest for 20 years.
Oh, God.
He had gone on multiple expeditions and, quote, by 1953, he had probably spent more time on Mount Everest than any other human being and had come closer to its summit.
Wow. He really earned that.
He really did.
One of the first.
He really did. So the climb. Now we're getting into the actual climb.
It's a climb.
I know. I was thinking that the entire time I was researching this. So in 1950, a southern approach was discovered after Nepal opened back up. It's now known as the Yellow Brick Road. So the British Everest Expedition of 1953 is the big one. Its goal was summiting Everest. All team members were experienced mountaineers and climbers from all over the British Empire, including Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay. This total expedition included 350 porters, 20 Sherpas, and 10 climbers, all of whom the 10 climbers were potential summiters. And Tenzing joined this, I want to say he was a Sirdar. So he was the lead Sherpa. And then during this expedition, Captain John Hunt was like, hey, the relationship between Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay is like really good. Like they actually got really close.
Yeah.
So Tenzing was like promoted in a way during the expedition because Captain Hunt saw like his potential and the relationship between him and Edmund. And like, you have to have a good relationship between the two climbers that are potential summiters. Like you have to have a good bond. So some other team members that were on this expedition were Tom Stobart, who is a filmmaker documenting the process, Jan Morris, who is a writer for the Times. There was a physiologist. I could not find their name. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's Colonel John Hunt, not Captain. Colonel. I apologize for all of that. And then climbers Tom Bordillion and Charles Evans, who are on the first team, and then Edmund and Tenzing were on the second team. This took months to organize. Like, this was not like, hey, fellas, let's go. Like, there was a lot of planning involved. There was very careful consideration of the weather and supplies. Like, Colonel Hunt was like, we're all going to survive this. No one's going to die. So as the team climbed, they set up 9 camps, some of which are still used today as like way stations.
Crazy.
I know, it's crazy. They really took their time because they did not want to get altitude sickness. So they took the entirety of April and May to climb. So 2 months.
Okay. 2 months. Oh my God. How did they carry all the gear up to the different summits?
Sherpas. The Sherpas
Oh,
literally
the
were like carrying everything on their backs.
Wow.
And I mean, it gets to a point like when you're above 19,000 feet, you cannot acclimatize. Like your body just will not. And you still have 10,000 more feet to go.
Jesus.
That's like almost 2 miles.
Jeez. No.
Right.
Yep. Hate that.
So the first team that contained Tom and Charles, they left on May 26, 1953. They made it 300 feet from the summit.
Oh.
Which was the highest anyone had reached at that point. But they were... So Tom Bordillion was a former president of the Oxford Mountaineering Club, and Charles Evans was a brain surgeon.
Okay.
They had to turn around because of bad weather and problems with their oxygen tanks. And if they ran out of oxygen, they would die. Like, that's...
Right.
There's no...
That's it.
Pass go. Like, if there's something wrong with your oxygen tank, you have to go back or you will die.
Yeah.
And Tom always regretted that having to happen. They were so close.
Yeah. They could have made it.
They could have. If it wasn't for the oxygen tanks and the worsening weather, they could have been the first ones. And we would know Tom and Charles instead of Edmund and Tenzing.
Wow.
So Hunt paired Hillary and Tenzing together because Hunt really thought it would be important to include a Sherpa on the climbing team and as being a possible summiter. Because, I mean, they're vital to the mission. I mean, they're still being used today.
They're literally carrying the team.
Right.
Yeah.
And he wanted to recognize the, quote, invaluable contribution to the success of these expeditions.
And what a better person to do it.
I know.
He's been doing this for 20 years.
This was his 7th attempt to summit Everest. Tenzing's.
Wow.
And then when Edmund and Tenzing learned that they were going to be paired together, Edmund was like, we're definitely going to be the best bros. Like, we're going to be pals. We're going to have a strong partnership. And and they were. They got along really, really well.
And this was Edmund's first time trying it, right?
Yes. He had climbed mountains in the Himalayas, but I'm pretty sure this was his first Everest climb and definitely his first attempt to summit Everest.
Got it.
So
crazy.
I know. So on May 29th, 1953 at 4 a.m., Edmund and Tenzing started getting ready at Camp 9. So Edmund's boots were frozen. And it took 2 hours for them to defrost and dry.
Oh my God.
So they actually left at 6:30 a.m.
Hang up your hat, sir.
No. So they're climbing, and as they're approaching the peak, they approach a very difficult cliff, essentially, that's now known as Hillary's Step. Okay. And I have a picture of it somewhere in there. Edmund was first and climbed the cliff and was literally cutting steps out of the snow and ice. And Edmund's son later shared Edmund had no idea if they were going to make it because they had to climb this basically sheer rock face.
Wow. Oh, I see it. Oh my God.
It was almost 40 feet. A 40-foot cliff in the death zone. They were at 28,839 feet. And they're having to lug all their gear. They're having to lug their oxygen tanks. It is Satan's taint up in here. It is the coldest. It is snowy. It is awful.
Oh my God.
And at 11:30 a.m., Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay reach the summit.
At 11?
At 11:30 a.m. It took them 5 hours.
5 hours? Oh, God. And guys, for a reference, if you don't know it, I just Googled it. If you don't know, planes fly just 1,000 feet higher than the peak of this mountain. Mm-hmm. They're climbing at airplane
altitudes.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Yep.
Oh, I want to throw up. No. No.
So when Edmund went to shake Tenzing's hand, Tenzing just pulled him into a hug.
Oh.
I know.
Ah,
I love both of
best
these men
bros.
so much. Like, I get so emotional, like, just thinking about them and their friendship.
they deserve it.
I know.
They deserve it.
So they spent 15 minutes at the summit. They took pictures. Tenzing placed a food offering and prayed. And Edmund left behind a cross. And they also left behind flags on Everest that included flags for Britain, Nepal, India, and the United Nations.
Wow. They literally put their mark on it to prove that they
Were
it.
there. And they also looked to see if they could find any evidence of the 1924 expedition there. Because no one knew if they had actually made it to the summit. They were just last seen at 800 feet and then vanished.
Wow.
So, but they didn't find any evidence that anyone had been there. And I mean, it was,
Right.
Almost 30 years prior.
Yeah.
So, both Tenzing and Edmund said they felt immense relief after getting to the top.
Yeah, I bet. They're like, okay, I'm going back down now.
So at 11:45, because they couldn't stay too long, because again, they
Right.
have limited oxygen. So they started making their way back down. And as they were approaching the camp, Edmund saw his friend George Lowe, who was another climber, and said, "Well, George, we knocked the bastard off."
I like him.
Oh, I love them both.
I like him.
It's such a casual way to, it's like you climbed to the moon and you're like, we did it. We struck the bastard off. We checked it off our list.
Yeah. On to the next.
On to the next. So they get back, joyous celebrations are had, and they did. They accomplished their mission, so now it's time to climb back down. By the time, I don't know how. No one really knows how, because it was just them on the mountain. But by the time that they got back down to the bottom of the mountain, the Nepalese and Indian press knew about the summit, and they wanted to be assured Tenzing was actually the first person to summit Everest.
Okay.
But the climbers didn't really feel comfortable with sharing who was the first, because they both worked so hard to get there.
Right.
They didn't really think it mattered who was actually first, because they both were there.
Right. It doesn't matter who's in front and who's behind. You both made it.
Right. And so Tenzing and Edmund actually met with Colonel Hunt, and they all agreed they would not share who was actually the first person to step on the peak.
Okay. Is that something we still don't know, or?
It was later revealed in Tenzing's autobiography that Hillary was actually the first.
Wow.
And this is what Edmund said when he was later asked about it. Quote, "To a mountaineer, it's of no great consequence who actually sets foot first. Often the one who puts more into the climb steps back and lets his partner stand on top first." I know.
I love, oh my God, they're so kind to each other.
And they love each other. I could not stop cracking up about the immense height difference between the two of them.
Yeah.
Edmund is almost twice as tall as Tenzing, and it's hilarious.
Yeah, Edmund could put his chin on Tenzing's head. Just a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Edmund's a string bean. He's very tall and lanky.
You literally said the height difference, though, in this picture.
It was cracking me up. So Tenzing's son Jamling told the BBC in 2023 that his father, again, felt it was his calling to summit Everest. He had climbed it 6 times in 21 years, but never got to the peak before this time.
He was waiting for his best buddy.
I know, they hadn't met yet. So the world would know of their achievement on June 2nd, the evening before Queen Elizabeth II's coronation.
What?
Which was the largest televised event in history. Her coronation.
Crazy.
And it was the British also did this other thing, change history.
By the way, last week.
Yeah. yesterday. Well, yeah, it was last week when it happened.
Yeah.
So Edmund Hillary and Colonel Hunt were knighted, and Tenzing was given the George Medal, which is like one of the highest honors that civilians could get. There was a lot of controversy why Tenzing wasn't honored or like knighted. I saw that like he wasn't a British citizen, so he couldn't be knighted. There's a lot.
Right.
So I'm going to talk, now I'm getting into both of the men's later life and death, and I'm going to start with Tenzing because he did die before Edmund did.
Got it.
So after Everest, Tenzing was celebrated throughout the world. The Nehru family, who were the future prime ministers of India, visited him in Darjeeling at his home. He traveled all over the world as an honored guest of many different dignitaries. He eventually he co-wrote an autobiography called Man of Everest or Tiger of the Snows. He was actually illiterate, so James Ramsay Ullman helped him write his autobiography.
Okay.
But he also spoke 6 languages.
Who needs to write? When you've got 6 languages under your belt?
Who needs to read and write?
Unnecessary.
It's fine. I mean, like,
unnecessary.
He literally grew up raising yaks. Like, he had no need to learn how to read or write. So,
right.
But clearly very intelligent if he can learn 6 languages. So I'm just going to go through a few different awards and honors that he received before talking about the rest of his life. He earned the Tiger Medal in 1938, the George Medal and the Coronation Medal in 1953. And he also earned the Star of Nepal First Class by the King of Nepal that year. In 1959, he earned the Padma Bhushan, which is the 3rd highest civilian award in India. And in July of 2015, a mountain range on Pluto was named the Tenzing Mountains.
Oh, cool.
I know. He would later go on to found his own company, Tenzing Norgay Adventures, in 1978. Tenzing and Edmund remained friends. They never talked about their climb, though. They would only ever talk about their personal lives and their families together.
Well, it's because they're like, well, we did that already. How are you doing today, buddy?
I know. I talked about he had 7 children with 3 wives, 3 with his first wife, 1 with his second wife, 4 with his third wife. Yes, so Tenzing and Daku's son, Jamling, would summit Everest in 1996.
Wow.
So he had a son and a grandson summit Everest. Tenzing became the first field director of the brand new Himalayan Mountaineering Institute. And he held the position for 22 years.
Damn.
I know. He named one of his houses Gangla, which was where his mother was pilgriming to when he was born. And he did eventually become a political symbol. And he did not care for it at all.
Yeah, I'd say not. He's like, I'm just out here trying to be good and do good.
Right. And there were 3 different countries trying to claim him for themselves. The Chinese government that had invaded Tibet wanted to claim him for as Tibetan because he was ethnically Tibetan. The Nepal wanted to claim him because he grew up in Nepal, and then India wanted to claim him because he lived in India for a long time. And he did think of himself as being all 3 of those, nationalities, but he was caught in the middle between them as they were like, no, he's ours, no, he's ours, no, he's ours. And because of the political pressure, it actually started becoming too much for him, and he turned to drinking, unfortunately.
Oh.
I know. And on May 9th, 1986, he died from a cerebral hemorrhage at the age of 71 years old.
It's not that old.
It's really not. He was cremated, and his remains were kept at the Himalayan Mountaineering Institute, and the procession was over 1 kilometer long.
Wow.
Yeah. He was very, very beloved. So now we're going to talk about Edmund and the rest of his life. Edmund married his wife Louise just a few months later in September of 1953.
Okay.
He wrote a book called High Adventure in 1955, and he continued exploring. Between 1955 and 1958, he led a New Zealand group as part of the British Commonwealth Trans-Antarctic Expedition. He joined Vivian Fuchs on this expedition, and his job was to set up supply drops from the base camp to the South Pole so Fuchs' party could successfully cross Antarctica. While fulfilling the supply drops, Edmund just decided to go on ahead to the South Pole.
What?
Which he did on January 4th, 1958. And he was riding a tractor.
What? On the South Pole?
He was the first person to travel by land to the South Pole or across Antarctica in 46 years.
And he was on a tractor.
He was on a tractor.
So it really took the wind out of the actual expeditioner's sail, really.
I know. Sir Fuchs and his whole expedition.
Oh my God. That's so funny.
So Edmund would later write The Crossing of Antarctica with Sir Fuchs in 1958, and then later would write No Latitude for Air in 1961. So he was churning out these books.
Hey, you know what? You got to write it down or you forget it.
He had a life. I want to read his books about his adventures.
Yeah.
In 1967, he went back to Antarctica and was exploring there and climbed Mount Herschel, which was the summit of which was 10,941 feet. And this is the first time this was done, too.
Okay.
Because who's going to climb mountains in Antarctica? Edmund Hillary, apparently. He already did Everest, which is like the hardest one. He can do any of them now.
Like 10,000? That's like a third of Everest. Yeah. I got it.
So, and this is like why I love Edmund so much too. He was dedicated to the Sherpa people and the other people who lived in Nepal and wanted to make sure they were taken care of. In 1960, he founded the Himalayan Trust, and through this, Edmund helped build schools and hospitals and airfields for supplies. And a lot of these he worked on himself. Like, he was going out and, like, swinging the hammers and laying the bricks.
What a sweetie pie.
I know. Quote, Hillary also expressed social concerns in New Zealand by commenting on public issues. His observations were noted for their simplicity and good sense.
Maybe listen to Edmund.
I agree. He was part of several different outdoor activism groups, environmentalist groups, and the Race Relations Council. So he was absolutely an advocate and an activist. He did so much. Like, there's so much about Edmund. He continued to explore the Himalayan mountains, and in the 60s and 70s, he actually led an expedition through the Ganges River to find its source in the Himalayas. He did return to Everest, but never tried to summit again. He already did it once. He didn't need to do it again.
Yeah. He was like, I'm done.
He published his own autobiography, Nothing Venture, Nothing Win, in 1975. Unfortunately, that same year, his wife and teenage daughter were killed in an airplane crash.
Oh, no.
I know. It's so sad. He did remarry, and he went on one last expedition in 1977, then retired and resumed beekeeping.
And he did all that and just went back to keeping the bees?
Yep. And his last expedition was that Ganges River expedition.
Wow. Did he have any other children?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Because I think I looked it up, and I don't think he had any children.
Survive. Yeah. That's so sad.
Yeah, I know. It's so sad. I mean, because he was an older man by this time. When was he born again? 1919. So he was in his 60s, almost in his 60s when this happened.
Okay, it does say children, and this is Wikipedia, guys, so don't yell at me. It does say Peter Hillary, Belinda Hillary, and Sarah Hillary. So maybe
he did have
had
additional children.
2 other children.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Thank you for looking that up.
Of course.
So there was a comment. So in 1996, there were 8 people who were caught in a storm on Everest and died. Okay. And he was asked to comment on it. And he said, quote, "I have a feeling that people have been getting just a little too casual about Mount Everest. This incident will bring them to regard it rather more seriously."
Wow. That seems like foreshadowing.
A little bit, yeah. He did continue to raise money for the Sherpa and Nepalese people throughout the 90s, and Edmund Hillary died on January 11th, 2008 at the age of 89 in Auckland.
Good Lord.
So he also has a lot of awards. He was knighted in 1953. He served as New Zealand's High Commissioner to India, Nepal, and Bangladesh from 1985 to 88. In 2003, as part of the 50th anniversary of his and Tenzing's feat, he was made an honorary citizen of Nepal.
Oh,
I know. He became Knight of the Garter in 1995, which is the highest honor in the British Commonwealth. And cool. He was the honorary president for New York's Explorers Club.
What?
I know. So his legacy, his Himalayan Trust continues to provide funds and expertise to support reforestation, build schools and hospitals, and use technology such as solar power in the Himalayas. Tenzing Norgay and Edmund Hillary were both named by Time magazine as one of the most 100 most influential people in the 20th century. Wow. This is kind of like the legacy of everything. So as far as like Mount Everest goes, climbers seeking to Mount Everest has become a major source of income for Nepal. Mm-hmm. And they're bringing money. Because these are not cheap expeditions. But it's so dangerous, you guys. Don't do it. In 2023, 18 people died.
Just in 2023?
Mm-hmm. And in 2024, 9 people died or went missing. Like, modern technology is not going to save you. Don't do it. Don't do it. Since 1924, over 330 deaths have been recorded since people started attempting to climb the peak. And most of the bodies are still there because they can't take them down because of the effort to carry
kill someone else
hundreds of pounds. Exactly. And so a lot of these people have been buried by the snow, but because of global warming, the snow is melting and a lot more bodies are starting to become exposed. So it's a graveyard up there.
Haunted.
Everest is haunted, y'all.
And you, like, they're wearing very colorful jackets. Mm-hmm. They're easy to spot.
Right. And
it's not like they're trailing off into the woods to die. They're right off the side of the trail.
Well, and there's literally one marker known as green boots. And it was a hiker from the 90s who was wearing bright green boots who just died. And he's still there. And they're like, oh, we're passing green boots. We're almost to the peak.
No. Nope.
So in 2019, the Nepalese government began campaigns to get the dead climbers off of Everest. Mm-hmm. And in 2024, 5 people were removed from the death zone to great peril from a team of rescuers. Like, the rescuers themselves almost died getting 5 people out of the death zone. Like 5 bodies.
It's not worth it. Those, and this sounds very callous. This sounds very not caring. It's not that I don't care. Those people knew the risks before going up there. They knew if they died on that mountain, the chances of their body getting off that mountain are slim. It is not worth risking someone else's life to get someone who's already died off that mountain.
No, it's really sad. But it's not worth it.
It's horrible.
So, like I said at the beginning of the episode, George Mallory's body was found in 1999, and some of Irvine's remains were found in 2024. 100 years later, his remains were found in a melting glacier. That's that shoe I was telling you about.
With a freaking foot still in it.
Yeah, in a glacier.
God, I'm getting nauseous.
Sorry.
Not even thinking about, like, it's not even the shoe in the foot. It's the dying alone part. It's the vastness. It's the stuckness. It's the help with that is not within reach.
Yeah.
Kind of like stress nauseous.
Oh,
like,
it's awful.
I'm telling you, this is like space for me.
I know. It's rough.
I mean, it's close enough to space.
It's almost there. So the sheer rock face that was known as Hillary Step actually was destroyed by an earthquake in 2015. So
Oh no.
it shortened the peak, and it's actually made it easier to get up because people don't have to climb the cliff anymore to get up to the peak.
Oh, that's what it says when it says then and now.
Yes.
I see.
And that very long line of people.
I'm so stressed about that. So the one that says now, post 2009 and then now, that's the peak now?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Because that cliff is no longer there, and it like literally shortened the peak. So I think it went from like 29,000 something to 28,000 something.
Oh, so it shortened it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Could you imagine the rocks coming off of that?
Oh, God.
After that earthquake?
Well, and I don't know if it was this earthquake, but there was an earthquake that happened that killed a bunch of hikers on Everest.
Oh, God.
I don't know if it was 2015, but it came up a lot in my research of just Everest. Like, it killed a lot of people. It'd be very tragic if it was the same earthquake.
Guys, listen. Everest doesn't want you on it. It's asking you to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's getting violent.
Yeah.
It's asking you to leave.
It asked politely, and now it's not asking politely anymore.
No. As I would tell my children, nice mom was asking. Now mean mom's come out. Mean Everest has come out.
Yes.
Stop going. Stop stepping on her.
Well, it has not stopped more than 6,500 people from climbing Everest. Because that's the amount of people who have now successfully climbed Everest.
That's too many.
With 330 people never leaving. This is your risk. If you climb Mount Everest, you have a 1 in 20 chance of never coming back.
That's too high of a chance.
Mm-hmm. I don't find it worth it. I'm just fine with seeing the pictures and reading things and watching things, and that's good enough for me.
Honestly, I'm not even fine looking at the pictures, seeing how we're leaving this mountain.
Yeah. Oh, there's a ton of trash and bodies on Everest. In 2011, 8 tons of trash were removed from Everest.
If you're gonna climb the mountain, take your freaking trash off of it.
Yes. So
nothing kills me more.
The Nepalese government did install a policy where if your equipment is left behind, you lose a $4,000 deposit.
Okay.
And there are now like multiple receptacles, like trash bins and incinerators that you can destroy your gear in or leave your gear in. The world record for climbs is Kamirita Sherpa, who has climbed the peak 30 times.
Jesus Christ.
I know. If for some reason you're still interested in climbing Mount Everest, the present cost is between $50,000 and $200,000.
You mean you're paying $50,000 to $200,000 and you've got a 1 in 20 chance of dying?
Yep. And you also better set aside 3 months of your life, because just to get to base camp takes a week.
Y'all, base camp is literally at the base.
At the bottom. And then from base camp to the summit is 40 days at least. 40 days.
That's 40 days. 40 days without your foamed coffee creamer. That's 40 days. 40 days.
You have to shake that shit up yourself, Emily.
But what? Even if you brought a handheld one. No.
You get frappuccinos at that altitude.
Could you imagine getting to like Camp 4 and coming out of your tent with like a Starbucks cup and they're like, where the fuck did you get that?
Magic.
I have ways.
I just ran to the closest town and came back. And then your brain explodes from altitude sickness.
Worth it. For a good cup of coffee. Oh my God, no. Guys, Nick likes to tell me all the time that listen, I used to not be bougie. And then he kept buying me nicer and nicer things. And now I am bougie. I've embraced it wholeheartedly. I want nothing to do with this. I'm so proud of them. I really am, for following their heart. It ain't me.
Me neither.
No.
I could never. But I love seeing their happy faces. Like, I think it's really cute that Tenzing was known for his amazing smile.
I was thinking that the whole time. He has the nicest smile. I want to hug him.
Everyone was like, we like this guy because he has an amazing smile.
He just looks happy.
Also, I don't know if you saw, I'm sure you did, the line to get to the summit and like the dozens of people. Yeah, and that's dangerous because you only have so much time you can be up there. So there are sometimes people who will wait in line to get to the summit and then they have to turn around because they have to get back to their camp. And so they waited in line to get up to the top and they can see it and they have to turn around because they cannot stay any longer because it's too dangerous.
I lose my mind.
Oh, I would. And you can't.
Honestly, I'm just going to say it. If that's the line, I'm going to say I summited it. I'm going to say,
it's like 20 feet. You're close enough.
You're close enough. If you don't count that, you're a dick.
Yeah.
Like, I don't, anyone who says they didn't make it to the top can kiss their butt. They made it to the top.
They made it, like, they made it 5.5 miles up in the air. Like, I would say
the last 20 feet. Good. So, close enough, they say, only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades and summiting Mount Everest.
Yes.
That's close enough.
I don't know if this is 100% true or not, but I've read it that, like, Mount Everest is so high, you can see the curvature of the earth from its peak.
What?
It's slight, but you can see, like...
Crazy. That, I'm looking at photos of the peak that you have here. And I believe it. I'm stunned in silence. God, look at all that trash.
It's horrific. And, like, they got 8 tons, and it wasn't even, like a dent in the amount of trash that's still on the mountain.
Guys, listen, this is a pet peeve of mine. If you're out there littering, stop it. Stop it.
Just stop it.
Just stop it. For what reason? The earth didn't do anything to you except sustain you.
Right, exactly.
Mount Everest she's got enough going on. Okay, don't throw your shit on Mount Everest.
Do not trash the warrior goddess mother of the earth.
And please don't climb Mount Everest. Go.
Just don't do it. There's so many other mountains to climb.
That don't cost you $50,000 minimum.
Yeah. I mean, Emily and I did it like a few years ago, just casually in East Tennessee. That was a pretty easy climb, honestly. I felt very accomplished climbing that mountain.
Yeah. In shorts and with a dog.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
In chacos that didn't quite fit me.
We made it, though.
We did it. Oh, That was so funny too, because there was like the guys that were like rock climbing, and every time we got to a point, they were there, and we'd be like, "Hey," and we'd climb a little higher, and they'd got to their next point, and we're like, "Hey."
They're like, "How are you still up here?" We're like, "We don't know. We're following the dog."
The dog wants to go up.
And then the next thing we know, we're looking around and we're like, "Where's the rest of the trail?" It was it. Yeah. That was the top.
We got to the top.
We were looking up, found the treetops. That was as tall as we get. Like, okay, we're going back down then.
Well, that's what I have on Mount Everest and Tenzing Norgay and Edmund Hillary.
This was great and nauseating all at the same time. And that's a good episode. That's the recipe for a good episode.
And we have two men that are like great symbols and accomplish great things and just seem like really amazing men and people. And I just, it was just all smiles researching this.
Yeah. I love that.
Socials.
Right. Sorry, I zoned out. Yes, socials. You can find us on Facebook.
Ill-Equipped History Podcast Group and Page.
Gmail.
Ill-equippedhistory@gmail.com.
Instagram.
@Ill-Equipped-History.
TikTok.
@Ill-Equipped-History.
We have a new TikTok like little series coming out, so stay tuned on there.
Yeah.
And then Patreon.
Patreon.com/Ill-Equipped-History. We're about to record this month's bonus episode.
Yeah. We are about to just hit stop, gather our stuff,
and restart.
Restart.
Should we tell them what this month's bonus episode is about?
It's coming out tomorrow, so I think we should tell them.
Yeah.
What are we naming it?
The Life and Death of John Lennon.
And the life of the murderer.
The Moidera.
Moidra. So yeah, the life and death.
Or maybe the life and murder of John Lennon.
The life and murderer of John Lennon.
There we go.
We're workshopping it.
We're actively workshopping it right now.
Yeah. Yeah. But, so this was the episode that I was going to do for the beginning of December because he was killed at the beginning of December. And it was a little too much for the Christmas season. Yeah. So we decided January bonus episode would be a really good reason to cover that. So we're doing it. It should come out tomorrow.
All right.
Yeah.
So if you get the hankering for climbing Mount Everest, don't.
Don't. Try again. Think of the good coffee at the house. And if you don't drink coffee, think of the, hot tea.
Or
Creature Comforts.
Or the delicious iced water or...
Central Heating and Air.
Yeah. That's
oxygen.
Really good. Free oxygen. I love oxygen. I love
it's my favorite.
Oxygen readily available.
Could you imagine my asthmatic ass trying to climb Mount Everest?
No, you would never be able to make it.
I wouldn't make it to base camp. I'd be winded.
Winded.
Working on these stairs, every time I'd carry one box of flooring up the stairs because it was in the basement, I would be wheezing. I mean, just like, and I don't even think it's not even the floors. It's carrying the floors upstairs. Nick can carry 2 to 3 boxes up the stairs at one time, and I'm struggling with one. I'm not making it up this.
You know what, Emily? You conquered your own Everest by finishing your fucking floors.
Oh my God. 3 months. 3 full months. Beginning in October. The very first week of October. I finished in the last week of December.
Wasn't it supposed to be a 2-week job? Maybe?
A 3-week job for sure. For sure 3 weeks. But the problem was I didn't hit it in that window that I had the availability to. So then I was just shoehorning bits of flooring into my life in the past 3 months. I've been so stressed. And I put my room together. after the 12 hours of like laying floors last night, I put everything together. I still had half of my bedroom furniture in the living room, and I just collapsed.
Understandable.
And I almost got crushed by my mattress only one time. So that was a win. Because I was scooting it all over the... It's a heavy mattress. It's one of those like...
They have a California King.
And it's like an 18-inch deep memory foam king. It's humongous. And it almost fell on me. I thought I was dying. I managed to... It fell on the floor. I just jumped out of the way.
I'm glad you didn't get squashed.
Thank you. Then I had to pick it up because it was in the way. But turns out the bed frame is heavy on its own. I had to make sliders to slide it across the floor so I didn't scratch the piss out of the floors I just laid. I shouldn't be doing any of this on my own, but Nick wasn't home, so...
You're a strong, independent woman. Until you don't have to be.
Until I don't have to be. He tried to teach me how to hook up the dishwasher once, and I was like, listen, I draw the line somewhere. I married you for a reason. I just was like, I can't learn one more skill right now.
You're tapped out. So I guess our message to you on this New Year's Day is conquer your own Everest, but don't conquer Everest.
No, Everest wants you to leave her alone. And you're right. You find your own Everest, whether that be, I don't know,
joining the circus, whatever the hell Emily said at the beginning of this episode.
I don't even. Oh my God. Did we say that was that the mystery deleted version?
No.
Oh, that was, okay. Okay, good. Guys, there was a whole intro that is now lost to the ether because of my laptops.
It was almost 10 minutes of intro, and we're like, uh-oh, never mind.
In the middle of the intro, my Audacity was like, we're done. Sorry.
No more memory.
Yeah, no more memory. Okay.
Okay, bye.